The reason I'm independent and everyone knows who I am from Hove down is because I chose to bet on me. I chose to spend the money even though it would put me in the red because I wasn't getting the revenue back from the music yet. I chose to still book the show and bring out the full choir and the band even though they was only paying me for just me and the DJ. Like, those are my decisions.
Yeah.
And everything can't be a business decision when you're an artist or when you're a human. Because when you're trying to scale a business, you're not even in a position to make that decision properly. It would take you 10 extra years. Yeah. You know, if I chose to, okay, well, let's just 30% of this, then 20% of this, I wouldn't be here right now. I had to redump everything I was earning. I had to reinvest it to make sure I could get to the next level. And sometimes that hurts you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, I'm finna spend $100,000 this month, and I'm not gonna get it back until April. That's a risk I'm taking. Maybe it might not be right for your business, but for my business, it makes sense because in April I'm finna make $600.
Yeah.
So that means I'm down in the red $100 for a couple months, but I'm finna be up by month 4. And when I get that $600, now I could go spend 5 of that. And I got my 100 back, plus I got 5 extra. And when I might not see this back till December.
Right.
But that's for me to deal with, you know, like it ain't for nobody else's business advice to matter because they don't have to live the life.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what you brought up Kyrie Irving earlier, I think the whole world saw that. How Kyrie, he purchased the album, right, for that much because you could like put in however much you want to spend. So it was 11,000, and then you turned around and gave it right back to the community. Just talk to me about that because I was like, man, you're a better person than me because I might have given maybe 111.
Hey, you know what's so dope about that too? You heard what you said. You said, man, the whole world saw that.
They did. Yeah.
I'm independent.
Yeah.
Who you think paid for the world to see it?
You.
No, it's you
feel me? Like that's the power of like that's somebody who would have been like, man, you shouldn't spend the like I had to pay to market it so the world knew, and then I gave away the money that he gave me.
So you ended up in the red. Come
on.
Yeah.
But am I in the red if the world saw it?
Not at all.
Nope.
I'm not in the red at all because Super Bowl coming. And they like people who doing stuff like that. So now they like, hey.
In the Bay Area.
We love that you did that incredible thing. Can we come?
Yeah.
I got my money back. You feel me? Like you have to think forward with it, you know? And that was something that's like great marketing, but also really me. That's me. Like, when the camera's off, I'm giving like that still. It's just not a rollout or a campaign, you know? So this is something that really is authentically me in my community and where I'm from.
I think it was really inspiring actually when you posted kind of what you were saying. I think where you spent like $120,000 on ads because I think people always have the perception that it just happens like naturally, right? And like, how do you feel about having to give it to like these like tech companies that are sort of like do a lot of like nefarious shit or whatever, and they've obviously kind of changed the character of the Bay, like because like they kind of do control the marketing of everything. Like what we see is controlled by like 3 or 4 different companies.
Yeah. I don't feel no way because they created the infrastructure for it to exist. You know, like I wouldn't be here without Meta. I mean, I'd be here. I would figure out a way, but I wouldn't be here without Meta. I built a lot of my business through Instagram. Still to this day, I sold a lot of albums through Instagram. I wouldn't be here without X. I wouldn't be here without YouTube. Yeah. You know, I got 5,000 YouTube videos up. They pay me every month. So I don't have a disdain for the Spotify pays me every month. You know, I got a 40 album catalog, so I don't have a disdain towards them. I'm grateful for the contributions they made. Anything I'm upset with, I go build my own.
That's cool.
Now that you are in like you're still young, obviously, but now you have some years under your belt. Do you have like now OGs or people you looked up to when you were younger, like come to you and ask for like, yo, nephew, like how'd you do that? Like put me onto this, put me onto that. Have things kind of like flipped in that way? For certain. And I'm so grateful that I get to like champion my OGs and take care of them. You know, I put Richie Rich on shows and paid him. I don't ask for favors. I paid Juvie for shows. I paid 40 for shows. I paid Fab, Kamaya.
I don't get favors from nobody. Like I go in, like I want to take care of them. I feel like that's a due diligence for me for them paving the way. And it's a beautiful thing for me. Like I'm super grateful. And even like I said, with this convo with Hove, like there was context of like, man, we need your guidance for this new thing that we're doing. Like this is why this matters to me. And that's special. That mean a lot to me.
That's dope.
Did you expect it to get like as far as it is? Like, did you expect it like to get like, you probably one of the most influential, I can't even say just rapper, like people of our generation. Like, did you expect it to get like that? Like, I gotta know, and I know everybody else wanna know. Cause I mean, you have this confidence, so of course you knew like I'm gonna do what I gotta do because I'm putting the money and the time and the effort into it. But did you expect it, nigga, to like really go? You know what I mean?
You can't, because it's all unreal. It's
Right.
like, it's so unreal that you can't even imagine it. Like, I knew I would be successful. You know, I put too much time in and spent
Right.
too much money to not succeed.
Right.
I knew that was a given, but the level at which it occurred and it's still occurring, like it ain't announced yet, but I'm performing at Super Bowl. You feel me?
Wow,
Like,
the truth
Bruh,
hurts.
hold on.
like
We get it first.
Hold on.
They created a position that didn't even exist
For you.
me to be. You know, one, I'm doing the tailgate, the pregame show, which
Fire.
like Post Malone and them usually do like this. I'm doing that. But secondly, I'm doing all the in-game music at the stadium with my band and my choir. That wasn't even a position prior. You know, this is something that was created and developed for us, that we
Right.
built with the team.
Right.
So to go from this little black boy in Vallejo listening to E40 and Too Short to that, hell nah.
Right.
You know, like I can't even act like I've imagined that. You know,
Right.
I always knew I would be successful, but I never knew to this magnitude.